Welcome to the Unit 8 test review. For this we will be working with the quadratics. So number one, which of the following is a factor of x squared minus 16? So we're going to put this straight into Desmos, x squared minus 16. And what we're going to look for is our x-intercepts. So where it crosses the x-axis. So that's at -4 and 4. We're going to put those, just write those down, x equals -4 and x equals 4. And what we're going to do is we're going to make these little baby equations equal 0. So it's a -4, so I have to do the opposite, add 4 to make the equation equal 0. Okay, so then x plus 4 is our factor. And then our next one, we have a positive 4. This is a positive 4, so we have to subtract 4. X minus 4 equals 0. So x minus 4 is a factor. So I do not see x plus 4 anywhere. So no, not that one. It is a factor, just not one of our choices. I do see an x minus 4. So there's our answer. All right, number two. Which of the following is not a factor of? So here, I want to look at, and this, we didn't have to do this in one, but number 2 is there a greatest common factor? Greatest common factor is 3. You can divide them both by 3. If you're unsure of the greatest common factor, take the, and this only works for the coefficients, but you can take the numbers, 3 and 75. You can put this into Desmos. But what you're going to have to remember is G, C, F, and then parentheses 3, 75. And there you go. The greatest common factor is 3. Otherwise, just think, what's the biggest number I can divide both of them by? And it's 3. So a 3 is going to go on the outside. And 3 divided by 3 is 1. So it's 1x squared. 75 divided by 3 is 25. So our greatest common factor is 3. So 3 is a factor. And then we need to find other factors by putting the 1x squared, or just x squared, minus 25 into Desmos. And find your x-intercepts. So 5 and -5. So x equals 5, x equals -5. Solve each one, make the equation equal 0. X minus 5 is a factor. X plus 5 is a factor. So x plus 5 is a factor. And I don't see the x minus 5, so what other one are we looking at? Well, there is another one, and it just so happens to be the one before we broke it down. It was a factor. It's not all the way broken down factor. It is a factor, so these three are factors. The one that is not is the bottom, and so therefore, which one is not a factor? The x squared minus 75. All right, so next we got to match each of the following to its correct factors. Well, I'm looking at the answer choices, and none of them are greatest common factors, so I'm not going to worry about a greatest common factor. So I'm going to put each of the A, B, C, and D into Desmos separately. So 12x squared minus 48. Find the x-intercepts. So -2 and 2. So x equals -2, x equals +2. Well, from other ones we know we just add 2. X plus 2 equals 0. And over here we have subtract 2. X minus 2 equals 0. Those are our factors, so I see an x minus 2, so that would be A. Now I'm going to put in 3x squared minus x minus 10. 3x squared minus x minus 10. 3x squared minus x minus 10. X-intercepts, I have -1.667. Now in Desmos, you got to be very careful. That is not -1.667. That's -1.66666666 repeating. So I put that in the Desmos. -1 point, a lot of sixes. Keep going. Keep going. I think I had a student tell me like 15 of them. Hit the little fraction key, and that's -5/3. So this negative 1.667 repeating is negative 5/3, and then we also have 2. So negative 5/3. And x equals 2. The negative 5/3, what you're going to have to do is multiply. This is divided by 3, so multiply by 3. And then add 5. 3x plus 5 equals 0. Well, there you go. There's our factor. Cool. So B is 3x plus 5. And then let's do C. Negative x squared plus 8x minus 15. Negative x squared. Oh, I forgot it. Plus 8x minus 15. Two x intercepts are negative 3 and 5. 3 and 5. Just making sure I got that right. Yep, 3 and 5. So x equals 3. X equals 5. Subtract 3. Cool. X minus 3 is a factor. And then the last one. So I didn't go with 5 because I already found the one that works. Otherwise 5 would be subtract 5. Alright, let's do x squared minus 49. Negative 7 and 7. So x equals negative 7 and x equals positive 7. I'm writing all over the place. I'm just trying to find some room. Hopefully you can follow me, guys. So x plus 7. Oh, I already see it. Cool. So that is D. Well, actually, we should have known that already. Alright, number 4. What are the zeros of the quadratic? 15x squared plus x equals 2. We need to make the equation equal 0 first. So move that to the constant term. Makes it equal 0. And now put that into decimals. 15x squared plus x minus 2. Find your x-intercepts. I would zoom in, make sure we got these, negative 0.4 and 0.3333. So negative 0.4. Changes to a fraction. It wasn't repeating, so that's negative 2/5. And 0.3 repeating. So if you don't know what that one is, type it in. Type in, go a lot of 3's until the fraction bar pops back up. So we have negative 2/5 and 1/3 as our solutions. Negative 2/5 and 1/3. Yep, just checking, just double checking. So that is D. So it's not a negative 1/3. Alright, 1 root of the equation lies between which two consecutive integers? So we have 2x squared minus x equals 1. Then subtract 1. And now we need to, so you need to make the equation equal 0. And now we need to split that into decimals, negative 2x squared. Or 2x squared, right? 2x squared minus x minus 1. Get your x-intercepts, so negative 0.5. If you don't know what negative 0.5 is, in decimals, it's negative 1/2 and 1. Negative 1/2 and 1. So one of the roots lies between which of those two consecutive. So negative 1/2 lies between, well, that does actually lie between negative 1 and 2. And, well, I guess accidentally there's two different answers. So they're actually, both roots lie between two different answers. Should have only been one answer for this. Sorry about that. Alright, number 6, determine the number of real roots. So I'm going to make the equation equal 0. The 10x, there's no like terms. There's 2x squareds, and then minus 10x's. and then there's just the plus 12, and that equals 0. So we don't have to do greatest common factor. We can just, for this, we're not asking about factors, so we're just looking for roots, which are x-intercepts. So 2x squared minus 10x plus 12. 2x squared minus 10x plus 12. Go back and make sure I got that in right. Yep. And how many times did it hit the x-axis? Twice. 2 times. So there are 2 real roots. Roots are x-intercepts. So for the next one, x squared plus minus 4x plus 4 already equals 0. So we can just put that right into decimals. And this one only hits the x-axis 1 time. So that is 1 real solution, real root. All right, number 8. Determine number of real roots. Well, we need to make this equal 0. So add 4. X squared and 4 are not like terms, so we just got to put them next to each other. X squared plus 4 equals 0. And, well, it doesn't look like it hits the x-axis. It doesn't hit the x-axis. It's all above the x-axis. So no. None. No real roots. Algebra 2, you learn about how to actually find those, but they're not real. All right, number 9, solve. Well, it already equals 0. So we're just going to put that in decimals. 2x squared plus 16x plus 32. And find your x-intercepts. Wow. So there's only 1. Make sure I got this plugged in right. Yep. So there's only 1, negative 4. It's the only time it crosses the x-axis. So x equals negative 4. Done. All right, next one. Based on the zeros, which equation best represents the graph function? So we have x equals negative 2 as an x-intercept, and x equals 4 as an x-intercept. See, I look at these answers, and these are actually in factored form. So that means I have to work with x-intercepts to get factors. I'm going to add 2, and then we're going to compare and see what we get. So I have an x plus 2, subtract 4, I get x minus 4. So which one is closest to x plus 2 times x minus 4? Looks like B. So hopefully this helped. Thanks for watching.